Alright, folks, let's... Wait a minute. What am I supposed to be working on?
Wonder Years.
The show about Fred Savage?
No. The one that with War Machine, where he's like a disembodied voice, like Jarvis.
Oh, that one. Alright, folks, let's get started. The Wonder Years. A series created by ABC that ran from March 15th to 1988 until its last debut in May 12th of 1993. The series followed main character Kevin Arnold, played by Fred Savage, on the day-to-day life of the suburban teenager growing up in the late 60s and early 70s. Like a lot of other coming-of-age story-style shows, it tackled what it was like to be a kid in America. So after the legacy and success of the original series, what do you think happens whenever it turns out the ABC requests a reboot of the series and has the family be black? Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm an outsider looking in. I never watched the original series and I don't really care to watch the new one. But for the sake of making a video about this, I wanted to give it a chance. Now, before I talk about the video itself, allow me to give a little context. About a week ago, a friend of mine, the one who requested this video, went to go see the movie Free Guy. I did a review about it, go see the link in the eye icon in the corner. We had a discussion about the series Reboot, and my friend wanted to know what my opinion was. I asked him if he had even seen the series yet, and he told me he hadn't, simply because, well, he wanted to know what was going on behind the scenes before he actually watched the show. And I can understand that. For the past few years, there had been a continuous effort to remove whiteness from all kinds of things in order to promote what they call diversity, but instead of actually including, well, everybody, it's more just an excuse to remove white people. This goes along with the age-old story, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So of course, people are very hesitant. When doing the research, we found out that the series Reboot wasn't issued by anybody from the original series or executive team, but rather just a group of current executives at ABC. What we found out also was that Fred Savage was asked to be the director and producer of the first episode.
Straddle that line between something that can really make you laugh and break your heart, within the same kind of half hour. And then on the other side of the coin, we want to tell a new story, with a new family and new characters in a new setting.
We both decided to actually watch the first episode and find out what we thought about it. After watching it, and this is me being 100% honest, I actually kind of liked it. When watching the first episode, I got this very everybody hates Chris kind of vibe from the show. It had that enjoyable taste to it. Of course, the main contrast between the original series and the new series being the differences in white versus black America, while also showing, like other shows, the negatives and positives of those communities. I found it quite interesting that I was able to enjoy a bit of the show. But let's get to the part where everybody wants to know, is it woke? That's kind of a hard one for me because after seeing only one episode, I didn't really get that much from the show. I did get a good feel for the belief that it has great potential, and I mean that. I'll also admit that there's a little bit of that That's So Raven and Proud Family type of Disney-esque tokenism, because, let's be honest, black family gotta have a white kid in there somewhere. Oh, and while I'm on the subject, there is this one white kid, he's the Jewish friend in the show, the Reboot, and every so often he randomly says to the main character kid, oh, don't worry, that person's not prejudiced because some weird thing will happen. And it's like, if they're not prejudiced, then why are you saying it? Anyway, another show that the series reminds me of would be a watered-down version of the Boondocks. How they talk about certain things in the black community, especially around how they behave around white people. I thought that was kind of funny. So I'd have to say, is the series woke? I don't think so. But I can understand why it was concerned. As I said earlier, lots of shows nowadays have gone full racial politics without any character or story. And people catch on to that, which is a lot of reasons why comics, movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, anything that goes along with this racial politics doesn't do too well. But that being said, watching these characters actually felt like there was something there. something better, something more than just caricatures. These have the potential to be characters, and enjoyable ones at that. I have to give credit where credit's due. If ABC wants to be able to truly do a spiritual successor, the idea of bringing on Fred Savage as the director and, well, whatever he can be able to do to make the series good, is at least a step in the right direction. So all I'm going to say is, I think this show has potential. It's the black community version of the Wonder Years, and I think it's one of the first examples of something that when they stop with all the racial politics and trying to beat it over your head with it, you can be able to make a great story. You can tell a great story. You can make a great show, and you have the potential to affect others with these stories. So that's all I'm going to say. And in the end, maybe this will lead to something great. And maybe other people will see the actual reason for why this is successful, if it's successful, and be able to make better content in the future. Also, before I go, I just wanted to say there actually was a video that me and my friend watched. As I mentioned, he changed his mind whenever finding out about Fred Savage being involved in the production, and I think I felt the same way. There's a link in the description to the video that we saw, so I just wanted to let people know about that. But also, I'm still working on my YouTube videos, but things are kind of delayed for a little bit. The bigger projects I'm wanting to work on, I'm going to have to postpone until November. But for now, I'm still going to be working on some side projects at the moment just to give you all some entertainment. So I hope you all enjoyed. Until next time, God bless, good journey, Christ loves you, and take care.